Yeah, we're going live. See, I'm telling you that we need to make a special called the Green Room episode, especially when we have fucking guests too. But when it's just the three of us, I think we actually might get taken off the air if anybody ever heard our Green Room conversations. I think those might be the days we get canceled. But,
Dude, we're still on the air after that one we had a couple weeks ago. So, hey.
I'm a little bit disappointed, honestly, that we didn't get in trouble for that one. I thought we would. When it's not big enough, though. It don't matter enough. That's what it is. We just don't matter enough to get in trouble. And that's depressing to find out. But what is going on, everybody? Welcome back to another episode of The Commission. We're going to be cordial this episode for a minute and introduce our guests. Wait, let us introduce the guests first, then you can be a dickhead. Hold on. Let me see. Now you made me curse already. God damn it. What the fuck? All right, anyways. Yep. Now there's the laggy internet. Daniel the Bearded Apprentice. There you go. See. Grindstone Grooming, ladies and gentlemen, at its finest. There it goes. And, of course, our local Bob Ross is below me as well. Corey from Weatherbeard. Thank you. And Daniel's gone.
He'll be back.
It's all good, man. He'll be back. He'll get it figured out.
What's going on? What's going on? By the way, anybody else who might have wanted a link, I can't see shit on my Instagram again. So, I don't know. IG doesn't like me. So if you need something or you want it to be on here, shoot the old fucker there or that nasty son of a bitch down there. One of the two of them will send you a link. Okay?
Yep, that's what I had to do. I had to send Dan a message just so I could get the link. So
what's going on? What's going on? How you doing, Travi? What's going on? Is it Ifra? We'll get to Ifra in a moment. We'll get there. Going on, G? What is going on? If I'm in bed, but I'm going to yell another. Well, we appreciate you watching us while you're lying in bed. Really, that's not creepy at all, G. It's fine. That's not weird. That it's like Ben saying he's going to take us in the shower with him. Not weird. Not weird at all.
Oh boy.
Cool, guys.
True North. What's up, Mark?
True North. What's going on? What's going on, Mark? How is everybody today?
It's another day in paradise. I'm on the right side of the dirt, so I win no matter what.
Is it though?
I'm in my IDs just for you.
I'm looking at the YouTube stream over on my phone, and I see the StreamYard delay, how bad that it is between like what we're saying and when it shows up over here.
Yeah, no, it's a kiss of death when you start doing that stuff because it is. The delay is horrible. And you'll be sitting there
delay.
Screen, waiting for us to talk, and you're like, oh, wait, they said something now. Hold on.
Yeah, I do that on Instagram. Delay. I tested it the other day, and I told the people in the chat, I said, when you hear me say go, hit a thumbs up, and I counted 13 seconds before anybody gave me a thumbs up.
What are we, like your weekly shower buddies there, Taft? I mean, what the hell? Dude, that's a little weird.
All right, I'm leaving.
Oh, on that note, Bob Ross leaves.
We can't have any normal people on the show, guys. This is what happens. Jesus. 5 minutes. That was all it took. All right. So, first of all, old man, congratulations on making it another week. I know it's been difficult, but you're here. And what's going on in here?
Hey, yo, man.
Scott, hey, yo, man.
What's going on, Scott? Hope you're doing well, brother. Hope everything's going good. And there's been a lot of talk all week long. All week, going on for a couple weeks now. And it's centered around Daniel, which is why Daniel was here, but now, poof, gone Daniel. So hopefully he'll be back. He'll be back sooner rather than later.
He sent me a message. He said he'll be back. He's got to fix his internet.
Okay. So it's centered around Daniel and the launch of his company because it was a fully IFRA compliant company. And that word, that little acronym has stirred up more shit than you could have ever imagined it would in the beard world.
God help me. I'm sorry. I'm sorry for my first impressions video.
It's so
I'm sorry.
Silly. It's so silly.
it has kicked up so much shit and so much false information. I almost felt like Dan C, like going, wait a minute, hold on, stop it. Everybody shut the fuck up and go do some research, please. Like, go read something. Like, stop listening to what stupid people say, all right? It's never going to help the situation. Go and do your own research. So, us being us, we don't shy away from things. We invite it.
Johnny Grooms.
So we said we were going to talk about IFRA this week and see what everybody else felt about the subject. Now, I really was hoping that Daniel was not going to disappear like that, but, you know, what the hell is IFRA? Oh, Scott, look at you reading right into my first. Look, I took notes for you guys. You see how dedicated I am? Not that any of you can fucking read this at all. Okay.
Tough man of God recipe. What are you talking about? You grabbed your recipe book, open it up to a page, and go, look, Joe's smart. Joe's smart. He wrote words.
They have the international fragrance in my recipe, dickhead. There you go. Yeah, see? All right. Now, if you want to check for spelling errors, there you'll probably get one. That's somebody still in a car outside.
Okay. It's Jersey. Carry on.
What do you want me to do, guys? This is the reality of where I live, boys, okay? It's happening. I already know what's going on. I'm not even going to bother with it right now. But Corey in the hot.
I'm in the hot seat. It's a pretty chill place to be right now.
No, it is actually it is actually the International Fragrance Association, and they've actually been around since 1973, boys and girls. Like, they've been around for a very long time. They work with a ton of. If you go and look them up and actually go on their website, it's a huge, just fucking plethora of information and answers for you about them. They work with some of the biggest companies on the planet, all that derive from these other fragrance companies that you've heard of. You know, most of the cologne companies you've ever heard of are compliant with IFRA through their mother companies or their father companies or whatever it might be. Now, there are some who disagree with them, and that's fine too. I'm not here to say which side is right or fucking wrong, because I don't make products. So therefore I don't, whatever. As long as I don't get burned by something, I don't complain. But for anybody who has been burned by something, if you think IFRA is a bad thing, then you're not understanding what they're trying to stop, which is exactly that. And that's all they are. They're a guideline for what they've done, scientific testing, all kinds of shit, to find out, I don't know what, like mint, to find out a level of mint that is safe for your skin, for your deodorants, for your ball deodorant, since everybody keeps focusing on that so much in the questions, by the way. You guys are fucking weird. Okay? They just tell you a suggested level of what is safe. That's all. Through testing. That doesn't mean that if a company uses more, it's going to be dangerous to every human being under the sun, but it means that maybe that one or two persons out there who have a weaker skin or more sensitive skin, if you will, are going to have a really nasty reaction to it at that level. They try to show you the levels where it's safe for everybody. Like, fucking everybody.
Oh, Corey.
It's all good, man. You got the message. That's funny.
They regulate all categories. Yeah, exactly. Yeah.
This is going to be really cool because I can just hang out on the screen and then we can have Sean and Gary in the chat answering everything. And I'll just
there you go.
I'll just hang out and agree. Like, yeah, what that guy said. That's right.
Bob Ross is our yes man for tonight. That's
man,
right.
I didn't even put my company name on the screen. These people might not even know what I do. You know, I can be a steel mill worker. You know, what do you?
Corey, we're not that popular. The only people that watch us are the same people that hang out on Instagram with us all the time. They know who you are, sir. But if you don't, that is the owner of Weatherbeard below us. And the reason it's cool to have a company owner on, or the two company owners, Daniel, we were supposed to have on, shitty internet, is because I'm curious to see what they think of all. Like, personally, Did you really see a big deal with people getting pissed off about IFRA?
Oh yeah. I mean, throughout the last few years with like the 49th Amendment and the 50th Amendment and it kind of getting talked about in videos, companies bringing it up in chats, people definitely became more aware and started talking about it, complaining about it. I know. Who's Corey, right? Who is Corey?
So do you think?
I thought his name had an E in it.
Oh, no, man. I just let you spell it that way because it's always fine to let people be wrong, which is what I typically do on here too.
What the fuck, Corey? I've been spelling your name wrong from the day we met. You haven't corrected me once.
It's all good. I mean, what's the point? I'm not offended by it,
So I don't spell your name wrong anymore? That would be the point there.
Yeah, for sure. But what you don't know don't hurt. You know what I'm saying?
So do you think that like some beer companies are getting a little bit worked up about, because I mean, how many companies out there are actually IFRA compliant right now?
If I had to just take a random stab at it, I would say maybe 5 to 10% within our community. But if you look like nationwide, probably 70 to 80% at least. And I think really for me, when I started my company, I didn't even know what this was. I had never heard of it because I was only using essential oils from my local health food store. So like I didn't have IFRA sheets provided with them. I just made my oils, which at the time I still did the math on it. And it was only like 3%, which is relatively low in comparison to a lot of, the companies that I've come in contact with throughout the years now in the community. But yeah, so whenever I found out about IFRA, I immediately was like, oh, I need to make sure my stuff is good because I don't want to have a customer have a problem. You know what I mean? So that's as soon as I learned about it, my wife and I started like, what is it? How did it come to be? Why can you put more on this part of your body than that part of your body? All that stuff. And then you start making your products the way that you're supposed to because you know better.
49th Amendment hit citrus the worst. Okay.
Oh, yeah. It hit a lot of things, man. It hit a lot of things.
Carrie, rest in peace, Lemon Delight, the best thing you've ever done.
That is improper, horrible information to give people, okay? Lemon Delight is not the best thing. King's Bounty,
Jersey cologne boy, shut your mouth because you want to smell like a Macy's calendar.
Okay.
Well,
just because you want to smell like your mom's dessert table, that's not my fault. Yes.
The best thing that Carrie ever made was that Private Reserve limited edition. It was like coffee leather, like creme brulee, vanilla.
First thing I ever tried from him, and I fell in love with it right there.
Carrie and I had a conversation about that.
My last butter.
Distinguished Caballero was my first scent, though.
Carrie said people need to shut the fuck up about Lemon Delight.
Okay, but we still need to go see him.
Yeah,
we still need to go for the future.
He might have to bring it.
Goodbye,
back,
love you.
Like a wax melt or a candle or something.
So I mean, but here's like the basis thing for me. When I see people on screen yelling and screaming about IFRA's going to make things this, make things that. Number one, their main purpose in life is to keep people safe. That's their main goal.
That's all they're doing, man.
I did a live stream the other day. I was actually walking just because shit pops in my head. I said, and I'll say it again, if you're a company owner, IFRA is a tool. That's exactly what it is. So that you can go and look, hey, these things are known to be safe at this level, at that level, whatever it might be. As long as I stay within these guidelines, if something happens, I can point at this and go, but look, I'm within your guidelines. I did everything the way you told me to do it. So it's obviously this can't be my fault, right?
Right. And if you're not abiding by that, or you don't have any proof of your batch or whatever, I mean, you would have already violated code at that point anyway. But if you showed that or if they tested that product to find out the concentration is over what's recommended, whatever insurance that you have to protect yourself will not cover you.
See, I was just wondering about that. I was about to ask Corey, is IFRA a requirement that you have to follow? And you guys just wrapped all that up. So,
yeah, you don't have to. You don't have to cook your steak before you eat it either, but it's probably a smart thing, you know. Like you can do
lot
whatever
of shit you
want.
don't have to do, but if you do it and you get caught or you fuck it up or get fucked up, then they go, hey, look at this. See, we made this little guideline so that you wouldn't do this.
And there it is.
Too bad.
And that goes with you know, people screaming, we're free, we can do this, we can do that. You're also a grown ass adult who knows that every action you do has a reaction and there could be consequences for said action. So if you're grown enough to do the dumb shit, then you better expect the repercussions. And that's all this is. If it's there, you don't want to use them, don't. But if something goes wrong, don't go looking to them for help either. You're fucked.
For sure. It's just like when I would go to craft shows, I'm one of those terrible vendors that actually charges sales tax because I pay my sales tax. So most people, though, will just, hey, cash only. I'm putting it in my pocket. We're out the door. This show never happened. The $3,000 I never made. They don't file it. Is it right or wrong? Can you do it? Yeah. People do it all the time. Should you do it? I mean, if your conscience is allowing you to break the law, I mean, go for it. Nobody can stop you. But that's kind of the same thing. Everybody's just going to run their business differently. They're going to do things differently.
First of all, Johnny, don't go stealing my lines. Don't go stealing my lines. It's not all my fault. That it's all your fault, Johnny. This all goes back to you because you're the one who put me on the screen the first time for other people. So therefore, if I said it, still goes back to you for putting me on therapy that first time. Your fault, sir.
Yeah, I like what Gary and Carrie just said. Gary and Carrie. There you go.
You're on law, but you got to follow. Okay. Any business owner who knowingly risks losing their business doesn't know business, and that is all that you need to know. Really, it's at the end of the day. Yes, we have our own little weird community. There's a lot of companies here that aren't nationwide and don't get the recognition that some of the bigger companies do. But if you want to enter into that discussion and you think that you're going to be shipping hundreds of bottles here, there, and the third, and they're not safe, they're not compliant, and you're not asking for a problem, that's almost ignorance at a high level, in all honesty. That's kind of dangerous after a while.
Yeah, I tell you, with all the amount of effort and work that myself and my wife have put into our business, any way that we can protect this thing from never getting burned to the ground like that is within our best interest, because the longer you go and the more your customer base builds, it's going to hurt that much more if anything's ever out of place that you know about and you're not doing it right.
What's up, you non-IFRA compliant Snapperheads? Gee, there's been a couple companies who have come out and said, F that, they're not going to be compliant. But you know what? They're all acting, first of all, like this is something brand new that just happened. Like, they're all acting, this fucking place just shows up out of nowhere. No, they were around before you, actually. They've been around.
I'm just curious. What makes it so that they go, well, this was okay until now. Now it's not okay.
So from my understanding, that's just got to do with them, the science progressing, case by cases, people that are telling them things. Maybe certain illnesses or diseases or things are popping up because a certain amount of this is present. I don't know. I don't work at the IFRA, but I would assume it's all study-based and how they're learning more. So they've got to update the information. You know what I mean? So
now listen, if you believe some of the bigger opposers, I guess, to IFRA, they say that their biggest complaint with them is that if one or two people have a reaction to a certain product, that IFRA says, well, then it's not safe and everything needs to be changed again. And they think it's too radical on that end, that they're too quick to say, well, this isn't safe or that's not safe, instead of saying, well, maybe that one person had a problem. If you listen to what IFRA says, they say that they collect science tests from all over the place. They've got tons of testers all over the world. They have people giving in accounts of this, accounts of that. They get customer reviews, compile it all, and then they look at everything and say, obviously there's something wrong here, or this is fine. I don't know what's right or wrong in this situation. I really don't. I just know that leaning towards people say, again, I think this is part of the problem here. A lot of the reviewers and customers that are around today were not around in the dark ages of the beard world. That sounded old, but still, you were not around in the dark ages of the beard world. You did not have to review product from people who did not use, anything but essential oils in their shit and turn you into the great pumpkin, Charlie Brown. Okay? You did not get stuff from people that made you itch for a year straight almost. Like, these things don't happen anymore because a lot of the older reviewers, like myself, took it on the chin for you guys, and then, boom, these companies were gone.
Joe, think of the plus side. You found a beard oil that will cure foot fungus. So there you go. There's a plus.
I think they're still in business, honestly, amazingly.
It must have had tea tree oil in it or something.
Hey, official Ken, you're right. I enjoyed myself back then.
Yeah, exactly what Sean said. I mean, if any of these companies, and myself included, started over in Europe or whatever, they have to pay like $400 or something every time they want to pass a new fragrance that they can sell through their business. So, I mean, just to make 8 fragrances in a line, you'd have to pay $3,200 to get the certificate showing that you can sell this product made this way. Like, that's just crazy.
Right. And again, IFRA is not law, but you can believe that in a world where nowadays everybody is quick to sue and complain, you should cover your ass. Just be safe, man. And again, if you go, their website is a huge just resource of a lot of information, really. If you go look them up, so many countries are compliant at this point. So many partner groups are involved. They've literally got agencies everywhere. They're actually based they were formed in Switzerland, which is, a lot of the Swiss are always the guys trying to make everything nice for everybody and trying to keep the peace. But whatever.
There's a reason they haven't been invaded in a very long time. That's all I'm saying.
Yeah, I love what Gary just said about there being plenty of scents. Yeah, plenty of scents that can still be strong. You can make fragrances as strong isn't the issue here. Compliant is the issue at hand. You know, you might have an oil that says you can use 25% in category 5B. So you could make a beard oil with 25%, and that mess would be strong as all get out. But if they ran a test on it, it's still going to be okay because you're complying. So
this right here is what I was just about to get to. Yep. Everybody's saying, "Oh, why IFRA now? Why IFRA now?" You guys don't realize something, that the beard world is still relatively in its infant stages. Like, it's only been around for how long now, really, at a sustainable level, I should say. It's really still a baby. And if you didn't think eventually eyes were going to start getting over here from bigger agencies going, hey, there are companies out there selling hundreds of thousands of bottles of beard oil to people, and are they safe? Are they checking this? Are they doing that? You know, all it takes is one of their friends to come over or some shit and them go, man, that smells good. What is that? It's such and such beard oil. Well, it's strong for a beard oil. I think I should go check that. And boom, off to the races you go. You know what I mean? So,
okay, seeing how we have a couple of company owners out here, and we do have Bob Ross here, realistically, when these changes hit, how many scent profiles did you guys actually lose? I mean, did it impact your bank account so much that you want to yell and scream, or did you just pivot and make new ones?
Oh, yeah, for sure. As far as like fragrances that we were interested in or we had bought samples of and we had in our possession, when they got hit, you know, there was a lot of them that I couldn't use. And if I had things that were in my products at the wrong ratios, when all this update rolled out, I believe they actually allowed it to be sold for the next 6 months. And then you would have to be swapped out. just to get rid of inventory. They didn't want people to be like, oh, you have to do it right this second. You have no chance to get rid of your inventory.
Yeah.
But yeah, I mean, that's pretty
Kerry
much.
said it. Kerry said it best here. Everybody at the vape industry, they thought they were all safe and everything was cool, and then they got cracked on. Now you can't. Vape still exists, obviously, but there's no menthol vapes left. Not in my area, at least. They don't exist. So
look at Dan. He's like, yeah, there's one right here.
is it a menthol though?
No.
Okay then. Actually, if you can find menthol vapes, let me know. The area I live in, they're really big. We could probably sell them for like $50 a pop around here right now. I'm not even joking, which is, we'll work something out. I got a guy who'll come see you on the weekends.
Go figure.
Load
He's
it
got
up.
a guy who knows a guy who wants to come off back with a truck.
Shut the fuck up, old man. We'll figure this all out. Okay? Everybody will get a cut. Everybody will be happy. But and Johnny Groom said something that was right on point. As the money gets bigger, the more and more you're going to see eyes start converging over here. And that's what it was. It's the same thing with the vape world. As the money got bigger and the government started to realize, hey, this is a real thing that's going to keep trending and getting bigger, we need to start regulating it and make sure it's actually at least somewhat safe as a fucking cigarette is for you. I can say that because I don't smoke anymore. I can complain about smokers now. That's how that works.
Yeah,
it's my job now.
Piece of shit.
That's right, fucker. That's right. I'll be that guy because I can be. Damn it. Get mad at me because you're still wasting money. The one thing that did piss me off, bad and it's bad. Not bad exception. The 6-month window to sell stuff, that's bad. After that window. Yeah, so that's where things get a little bit tricky. And I did see some stuff like that where they would say something was bad, but only for a certain situation or certain this or certain, like, in those situations, it gets weird. And I'd be with Gary on that one where if you're going to say it's bad for something, then it's just fucking bad and that's it. But let's not play this whole, it's okay if you do this, but not okay if you do that. And it's okay if you use it maybe only a little bit, but not if you use it more than a fingernail full. Like, if you're like me, you're not sitting there measuring out your beard oil and shit in the morning. I just throw a bunch in my hand and go on with my day. So if it's not safe, then it's not safe. If it is, it is. I think, and going forward, I believe this wholeheartedly.
Wiley.
Beard oil goes right fucking here, guys. Like, right here. All right. Rustic Beard Co. They're not in business anymore, so I ain't hurting them. They fucked me and Nick up back when we were doing reviews. We were in bad shape. Like, Nick looked like he got his ass whooped by Mike Tyson in his prime. It was
coming
not
out of a pirate bar.
Like, yeah, it was not like but that's because Nick would take it and then rub it all over his face and everything else, and he was all like he was in bad shape. And these were the nicest people on the planet, but they didn't do the time to do the research to know what was safe and what wasn't safe. And me being the idiot I was just getting started, and I was so gung ho, like, I'll review anybody, I'll take anything, send it to me.
See, I've only got burned by like 3 or 4 products tops. Seriously, under one hand. And only one of them was so bad it brought me to my knees. It felt like a chemical burn.
Yeah, but you know that's funny is that you can experience those things being completely compliant. Yeah. You can experience those things if you put pine and cedar essential oil in a beard oil and you've got an allergy to pine. You know what I mean? So
it looks like what is it? 95% of the world is allergic to cinnamon topically.
Yes. Yeah.
Yeah. So it's like, yeah, go ahead.
No, they are. You're right. I learned that myself. I can't use cinnamon topically unless it's very, very, like, very small doses. Like, it's got to be like the afternote of the afternote of the afternote's afternote in something for me to use it. But like Nick or Sam even, she uses like some of my stuff in her hair and such. Never phase them. It all depends on who you are sometimes. But man, I can't. Don't put no cinnamon near my face. We gonna have a problem.
Or touch his belly button.
Yeah. So
why would you even think? Why would you even want to do that? Why?
Yeah, I just want to drop this that like being compliant is not about how strong that you can make something, or if you like making strong scents, you can find scents that are strong and are also compliant. And then also, this is not just about chemical burns. It's not about irritations. This is about the fact that when you put things on your face, it's also absorbing into your bloodstream, right? So they're measuring the effects of these chemicals once they are in your body, how your liver is going to process it and get rid of it, and your kidney and all that kind of stuff. So just because it's not strong, or just because it is strong, doesn't mean it's wrong. And the study is more about not necessarily chemical burns and, oh my God, you burned my face. It must be you're not following IFRA, because like I said, you can do that with a pine or a lavender essential oil. Get it on a person who's got an allergy, bam, and it's not that you're not compliant. They're just having a reaction. So it's more about what's going on in your body after that stuff is absorbed from wherever you're putting it.
So you know why it's good to have Corey on the show? Because he just gave a detailed breakdown. I was just going to yell that the Kentucky Beardsman, that Drew was an idiot for getting on screen and ranting and raving, that it was all about things smelling strong. Corey just called him an idiot, but did it in a very detailed breakdown, fact-oriented way. I would have just called him an idiot personally, but Corey did it in such a way that like it used facts and science and such, and that was beautiful.
Yeah, I'm just letting you know you can absolutely have super strong, all day long lasting, compliant stuff that does not give people an issue. You can have completely non-compliant stuff that doesn't give them an issue, but you can have compliant stuff that does. So really, like scent strength, scent longevity, how much of a certain fragrance I'm putting in my product, it's completely up to the owner. If I want to make my scents light, then I can sell my scents light. If I want to make them medium, or if I want to make them super strong, do what you science.
All I could see was
Bill Nye.
No, all I could see was A Million Ways to Die in the West when there's red flannel in this, pieces of shirt. What's that? Science. Oh man. That explains the discoloration of my hearing lately. Man. Listen, again, it's do what you want to do. I'm just saying, all these things are being put out for a reason, and eventually, I think if you're not even looking at the guides right now, the day is going to come where you're going to have to. They're not going to have a choice. They're going to put the standards in place and say, if you want to ship in the U.S., if you want to send your products out, you have to be compliant with the following things. Otherwise, you're not going to be shipping out shit. So unless you want to be the beard oil dealer on your block or some shit and have people meeting you for a $10 bottle real quick, you might want to start getting a little bit smarter about things and protect yourselves in the long run. Or you can just do what Dan does and tell everybody to go fuck themselves. And then you don't got to worry about nothing. See? Dan worries about nothing. See?
That message was Dan approved.
I love what Gary said up above that comment from Science. Did you highlight that earlier? I might have missed it.
What about scent duration?
Yeah, and about if it's not, I didn't read that. I must have been talking, but that's so good. If you're only wearing beard oils because you want a strong all-day scent, shave your beard and buy cologne.
Yeah, listen, there aren't many that last you the whole day. Sorry, guys. FDA already suggests you follow IFRA. They don't random inspect you for it yet. Yes. Yeah, exactly.
Yep. It's coming.
That is the point here. If things, you can guarantee if you're starting to see a trend head in a certain direction, that's where this is going to go. It's going to happen. And when you see company owners going, oh, I saw so-and-so, somebody sent me a link to that. And I said, fuck that. They don't care about you. They don't care about your well-being. There you go. That's it. They only want your money. Take it for what it is. Okay? Because if they did, they'd at least be doing their research real quick to see what is this, what's going on. They can disagree with it. That's fine. But they would have at least done the research about it and had a substantial argument to say why they don't need to. Not just, fuck that. Nobody's going to tell me what I can and can't make. You want to bet? The government will real quick. Like, Uncle Sam wins all the time. It's just the way the world works, boys and girls. Sorry. But, and again, I really wanted Daniel up here because I wanted to know how he felt. To know that just saying the words his company was IFRA compliant sent the fucking beer world into a full tailspin. Like,
once again, sorry. I'm fucking sorry for that video, all right? I did not mean to damage his company. God.
It's all your fault, you old fuck. See? Fucking old people.
It's my fault nowadays.
I'll get back to you on that one.
But the thing is
something to talk about.
Yeah, I mean, it's not like because Daniel is IFRA compliant, he's the only one. Like, he's trying to sidestep. Oh, everybody else is doing it wrong, so I'm going to be the only guy doing it right. This is like my plan to take over. I'm going to do things the right way. It was just a natural thing for him to say in the conversation, honestly. People were talking about his stuff, and he said, listen, I'm fully IFRA compliant. All my scents are on par. All my levels are this and that. Just trying to show his product off. That sent the fucking beard world he's IFRA compliant. What the fuck is that? Why is he doing that? Nobody even knew what the fuck IFRA was. They were just like saying the word, I think. And they were just like getting mad about it then. Listen, please. Ignorance is fucking scary and stupidity is contagious. Do your own research. Don't listen to stupid people. Trust me. You wind up in bad places. We have questions. There are questions. People are messaging me, actually, where's my question? We're going to get to the question. We can do other things on here, guys. We can do other things every once in a while. We don't have to be beholding to your questions all the time. We'll get to them. God, you guys are pushy. Corey, you don't have to answer this one, by the way. You're a company owner. Our first question, though, is a layup for the guys who have been doing this for a while now. Top 5 butters of all time.
We've done this.
Have we done that?
Yes.
Well, it's somebody who didn't watch that week then, so shut up and do it again.
I'll give you mine. Mine is Alley Cat, Johnny Ray, 8-Bit, Grindstone, and Weatherbeard, of course. I mean, come on. That's my 5 right there.
You said you will obey. You like the fact that Corey just made himself number 5 on his own list?
That's right.
He's being humble. Okay?
That's right, man.
But Alley Cat, Ready Man, Copper John's Gray Line. I will say, shockingly, fuck, I can't believe I'm going to say this. Grindstone. Daniel really impressed me with what he did.
Kiss ass. Sorry.
And after using it again, I'm going to throw Beard Octane into the mix.
I've actually never used Sal butter ever until this blend, so that was pretty cool.
You say country talk.
Scott.
Dan, do you have a ranking system, Dan, or you just not give a fuck?
If it makes my beard feel good, I don't fucking care.
I'm telling you, live life Dan's way. It's a much more simple way of living. Much more simple way.
There's a lot of them out there that are. There's a lot of them out there that are the same in a sense. You know?
That is fair. That is very fair.
Yeah, it's one of 2 butters really, and then their carrier blend.
I love it, Carrie.
I mean,
I've been using Carrie's butter lately anyway.
I
had to list 5. I'll take myself off my list, and Carrie makes my top 5. Weatherbeard's number 6.
Look at Bob Ross being Bob Ross. We have some happy little butters over here on the screen.
Man, I'm just
put a happy little butter right up here next to the tree. It's right next to the Babylon Brook. And
I'm kind of like Dan though. Like, I've tried so many products now, and I personally, this is just me, I've never had any oil, bird oil, CBD, the most exotic blend, the most basic blend. I've never had anything for myself personally that made my beard feel so much different that I was like, oh, this here is the superior product. It is the best thing. And all of them are like, my beard feels good. I mean, I don't sit there and have like a weird fetish for like, textures of my hair. I'm like, okay, feels good, looks good. Let's roll. But yeah, I got a lot of friends in the community, so it's hard leaving people out.
No, but I will say that you are
such a political answer. Run for office.
One of the things I always said to people was, especially when I was reviewing, all it is right now is my experience with this product. That doesn't mean you're going to have the same experience. Just because, to me, it was the greatest thing I ever used in the world, it doesn't mean it's going to be that way for you. Just because it sucked donkey ass, in my opinion, doesn't mean it's going to be the same thing for you. I would tell you all my number one, but I don't have to. Everybody's just going to be like, whatever, and shut the fuck up. So we'll go after the number one. How's that? We'll move
Take
past.
It off your bingo card, everybody. Take it off your bingo card.
Say it. Fuck wad. So therefore, they can't. We're going to move past number one.
It was implied, you public school educated motherfucker.
Jay's Beard Essentials. The bird stuff just works really well on my beard. Not disagreeing with you, Corey. My beard. The bird.
No, I got to try some Black Rebel recently. I had a guy from the community send it to me because I said on a live I've never used it. His Santo fragrance that had like the Chewbacca looking guy on it.
Yeah, the Black Wookiee.
That was awesome. And then he also sent me like, what is this? Like a little truck. I can't remember the name of it, but maybe like a Jeep.
Yeah, Hi boy.
Yeah. Well, anyway, it had like lavender, vanilla, and something in it. It was also nice. But again, I wore that for probably a whole 7 days between those two sample oils, and I never noticed anything personally that was just, wow, my beard is so much different than when I wear all these other favorite companies of mine. Now, I will say his scents were slapping, bro. I put that on, I'm like, woo. That's all in there, baby.
Jay's would be number two. I would agree with the old man as well about Copper John's Dre line. That butter is extremely underrated, in my opinion. Fucking phenomenal. Even though you probably won't believe me when I say this, Alley Cat's butter was far and away the best thing I used by the Alley Cat company. The wash was a close second, but that butter was really something spectacular. And the last spot is where things get tricky because there's about 5 companies that hold on to a tie there. But at the moment, I'm using what's his name? He's right here. The bearded Mac. There he goes. The Mac.
Oh, Chooch. Dear God.
The Max. I'm using Mac stuff the most at the moment. But Wild Swan Grooming, which I need to re-up on, he's got a great butter. Kuhn has a great butter. Like, there's a lot of companies that have some good shit. So
I see him. Emo! You beautiful piece of sexual chocolate. How are you?
He said checks in the mail. Don't say that out loud, but that's what people actually fucking think.
Yeah. Oh, gee, I have to break up with you. I can never talk to you again. You sent that Kentucky fuckhead free product? Really? Really? That's it, G. It's over.
Hey, by the way, Trav, it got through, brother. It always gets through. We never miss it. Thank you very much, sir. Much appreciated. We still love Joe.
Damn it.
No, we don't. We tolerate him.
We still love Chris. You're lying. You're lying twice now. And we are warming up to Dan. We're more these days. Dan, you're doing something wrong because people are starting to like you. So you're going to have to fix that, sir.
And, G, you know I'm just screwing with you. Of course he's going to lie his butt. Well, I should say his 3 teeth off, but still. I had to mess with you. I saw that. I was like, that's it. I'm done. Bret the freaking Hitman Hart. The best there is, best there was, best there will ever be. End of fucking discussion.
Goldberg.
Oh, please.
That was
Fed him everybody. They fed Goldberg toddlers in the ring to get him an 8 million long mile, winning streak.
He was my favorite, though. I'm like, this guy can't lose. It's awesome.
Dan, do you give a fuck?
No.
Sting.
Yeah, Sting, bro.
That's a good one. That's a very good one. Especially the Crow days. The Crow days.
I remember playing like the Xbox wrestling games back in the day, and like Sting would come in on that rope, just slinging in. That was awesome.
You know, it was an underrated thing.
WCW.
Yeah, an underrated thing was the Joker's thing he did in TNA. It was fantastic, fucking fantastic. Underrated superstar by a long shot. This is of all time, though, right?
That's it.
God, that's all right. But if we're just saying my favorite of all time,
God,
right?
Why do you do this with every question? I would like to accuse you of overthinking, but I know how your brain works. You can't think.
Best wrestler of all time. It doesn't say your favorite, though. It says who is the best.
In your opinion.
Opinion. It can be your favorite.
Then fine. Then
pleasing bitch.
It would have to be Bret the Hitman Hart because Bret has always been my favorite ever since he gave me his shades at a house show. So it has to be Bret. He's always been my favorite. But if you're asking me who the biggest wrestler of all time is, it's still Hulk Hogan. Sorry. Stone Cold the close second. What the fuck? What's your favorite movies? Give me 2 in 3 different genres.
No,
what the fuck?
No.
No, that'll take for fucking ever.
You get Highlander and Black Hawk Down. There you go. Be happy.
What are we doing here? Like, when do we become
Down is your fucking favorite movie?
Dude, I've seen Highlander almost 500 times.
I didn't say Highlander. I said Black Hawk Down.
I love it. I had to hear it on the radio, so yeah.
Goodfellas, Casino.
Oh, anybody fucking surprised? They're all mob movies.
I got to feed into the cliche, okay?
Bullshit. How many of your family members were in all of those movies? That's what I want to know.
I don't know what you mean.
They're at college. We're fine. Move on.
Dan, your favorite movies are things where people die?
Kind of, yeah. Predator, Alien, The Relic. Oh, Die Hard.
Oh, Taff. Strange Brew. Take off, Hoser.
Conan.
Revenge of the Nerds. Revenge of the Nerds is a great one. Well done, Ben. How great is the Bloodline? Untouchable. Roman Reigns is going to go down as the top 3 heel of all time when it's all said and done.
The only thing that got Roman Reigns over was cancer. Give me a break.
Actually, no, it didn't, because nobody still liked him after that.
Wiley, please do it. I want to hear it at some point.
Corey, are you an inspirational guy? Is that what your movies are going to be?
No, man. I'm actually not really big on watching movies. I haven't. This is a weird fact about me. I actually have not owned a television since I was 19 years old, and I'm 32.
What the fuck do you do with your free time?
I have YouTube. I've got hiking channels I like to follow if I got free time, which I play games. Now I'm gaming with Dan now.
He's out in his studio painting.
Yeah,
man. I stay pretty darn busy with my business. But when I'm chilling, I'm either watching YouTube or playing a game. If I have
he also has that toy that every male is born with. So
once you discover it, you never grow tired of it.
I was gonna say I didn't see that one coming, but then that wouldn't have been right either. I'm gonna leave on that one. I'll be right back.
We're used to it. This is why we can't have nice guests on the show.
Oh yeah, blame us. Okay.
Hey, listen, Daniel, answer this next question. Daniel, it's for you, Daniel. There you go. Oh wait, you're not here. That's right. You're not fucking here. That's right.
I'm gonna answer that for him. On behalf of my client, Daniel, the CEO of Grindstone Grooming, we would like to say we are very proud that we can produce products and bring them to market. Unlike other people who like to do angry, how shall we say, profane videos. So maybe you should step your game up and try to bring your stuff to market like we have. Please use our brand new code, Kentucky Beardsman Sucks Balls. That's only good April 1st from midnight to midnight and 1 second.
There's still no Daniel in the green room, by the way. Just so everybody's sure.
He hasn't said anything to me since he told me that his internet was shit.
Maybe it's worse than we thought.
Could be.
I'm sure Daniel relishes in every moment of this, honestly. How could you not? I mean, I'm talking Mach 3 smooth, baby. Butt smooth balls. So nice.
Why do I think that's Taft?
Somebody took the time out to type this not once, but twice now. Twice. I want you all to think about that for a moment. Not once, twice this has been put up. I guess one for each ball. There you go. Oh boy. Yeah, all right, fine. Let's just get through this part real quick.
All right. Could be a good one.
Joe, how's it feel to know everyone thinks you're a joke, including the men on screen? No one respects you.
I'm going to fact check that. That's false. That's misinformation.
Listen.
That's what I do. That's what I do in my free time. I actually volunteer to be a fact checker. So
I knew you were a member of Snopes. I knew it.
It's all me, man. It's all me.
I would like to thank my fan club for being so dedicated. You guys are, let me tell you, I feel it right here. It's a special kind of feeling to know that I touch your lives in such a way that literally you have to wait all week long for me to post the link so you can go ahead and leave me little love notes. It's touching, really. It really is.
Now,
but
I don't think he is. I know he is, and I love him anyway and respect the shit out of my brother. So fuck you.
Why the fuck would I waste my time on this show if I thought he was a joke?
Because we have you under contract.
Will you stop it, Dan, telling me he loves me again? Shut up.
Well, it's true. You think I would waste my fucking time being here if I didn't respect Joe or like him or view him as a friend? Or if I thought he was a joke?
Yep. False.
I appreciate it.
I value my time way more than that.
Someone has the hots for Joe again. They don't go away. But wait, they weren't done. Hold on.
Oh, we got more?
Oh yeah. We're not done yet. Anyone else notice how no one actually cares about Jersey Joe, especially the women in his life? Good job, neckbeard.
Okay, what is it with that neckbeard thing? Is that supposed to be really an insult? I mean, he's not like Paul Tuttle Jr. over there. Jesus.
All I can say is, man, wow. It's like, I don't know, go get a hobby. Like, what the fuck, man? Go collect cards or some shit. Chris will teach you how to paint action figures. Go do something with your free time in life. You know what? Go follow Bob Ross. He'll teach you how to make, some nice little happy trees in the corner or some shit. Do something. Hey, wait, hold on, guys.
No way.
You made it back.
There he is. Hey.
As tonguing tobacco as he's coming back in on. Great example.
Yeah, these people make me so, like, it's just sad. I feel so sad for the individual that wrote this. Like, it's just like terrible.
Look, Reverend, you missed me sticking up for you. Go back and rewatch that on the replay. I stood up for you.
I have the best woman in the world, and she loves that big ass patch I got right there. I wish I could grow a neck beard.
Heck yeah. The neck beard is the strength of your beard always comes from your neck.
Kick rocks, man.
Yeah.
Hey, listen, they try their best every week. It's a lot of fun, honestly. At this point, I just take solace in it. I appreciate the fact that they try, they take their best shot, and it goes nowhere. I'm still here.
How many haters or fans do you think you have?
I would number me somewhere in the 15 to 20 region. I don't think I'm at like that mythical projection, but I'm
you need 40 by the end of summer. You need to be doubling.
Yeah. You gotta pick up the pace, man. Come on.
Come on.
I'm eating cheese wisps. I'm giving you sage wisdom right now, man.
Those are rookie numbers, Joe. Pick them up. Pick them up. Rookie numbers. Pick them up. And we lost Daniel again. Dan, did you lend him your internet for the night?
Fuck you.
Wait a minute, hold on. We got some guests.
Hey, old man.
Business is about to pick up.
What the fuck
All
is
right.
that, Daniel?
Sticker mule. Have you never owned a business and ordered stickers before?
Yeah,
Oh.
Dan. Order some stickers. Own a business. Dan. Dan. Wake up, Dan. Wake up before I send the police to your house. Dan.
Police. How countrified are you, police?
Lieutenant Dan.
They was
You
my
ain't got
magic,
no
too.
legs.
They was my
What's
magic.
going on, Scott? How you doing tonight?
I've been in a better mood, but you know how that goes.
Joe, Emo. Go look at Emo's
Had a-
comment.
Had a pretty rough, shitty past 2 days, but that's life, isn't it?
It sure is. When it rains, it pours, man.
Oh,
We
you
love
ain't
you, Scott.
lying. You ain't lying, Mr. Ross. It's been rough for me, but I'm here.
Yeah, it's like we put a down payment to have our roof replaced. And within the
Why
next
didn't you call that guy right there to get it for you? He'd have done it for you just like that. He's like,
I was saying, within the next week, I had to have $2,000 in repairs done to my car, and I'm like, oh my gosh!
why didn't you call that guy right there? I mean, he's like a hitman. He lives in the perfect area. That he literally could have got that fixed for you like a second. Fuck out of here. That guy right there. Everyone calls him old, but he is a wise man. And I wanted to clarify. The wise man is the reason why Roman Reigns is so good now. That's why. And the guy all the way over there, I don't fuck with him because he looks like he has a knife built in his hand. So and
you
this
not-
guy all the way over here, happy trees. That's all I'm saying.
Trees.
Let me answer that question. Chris from True North. My daughter's okay. She's going to be okay. She's really banged up, but
That's good to hear, man.
yeah. I don't want to ruin anything for the show or anything. Me and my kid don't have a really good relationship. We honestly have not had a relationship for about 4 years. I tried today to work on that, and she's got a lot of hatred built up for me. So today wasn't very good, and I can't sleep, and I've been off and on watching and listening. And I said, you know what? Fuck it. I can't sleep, so I might as well join these guys.
Welcome on in, brother.
But thank you all for your support and your concern. I do appreciate it, whether she does or not.
Y'all can stop giving me shit about last Friday now.
Oh no.
Hey,
No.
hey,
Wait,
you said
I just
doo-doo
wanna
on
say-
camera tonight. So you said doo-doo. I heard it. I'm the only one who heard it.
I just want to say that I am the only person.
I did.
I am the only person who did not go into full panic mode last week when Dan fell asleep. Chris, when you called me, what did I say to you?
I'm gaming. Fuck off. Leave me alone.
Go ahead.
Thanks, Joe.
Things happen.
No, I
It's a week
said,
ago. You expect me to remember everything?
you guys know he could just be sleeping, right? Like he could just be. And Chris was like, Becky's not answering either. And I said, yeah, but didn't she start like a new job or something? She's probably knocked out too. Nope. And then I get Dan on the screen later on going, I woke up to the fucking cops. He's-
I'm just going to sit here like Dan.
You got to work on that angry face.
Listen, but Dan has perfected it, and he now gets paid to be on screen just like that. I mean, I pay that man at least 50 cents a week to sit there like that.
At least.
That's more than he makes on TikTok.
That's right.
Sorry, Dan, here.
Uh,
I'll send you another stack of Cremo Cash.
So, Daniel, I'm curious. Did you see your question earlier?
No, I was trying to reboot my phone.
Well, here it is, Daniel. You can weigh on it if you want to. This is the
How
one
do
Chris
you
defended
feel
you on.
knowing
I
you-
defended you on
Man,
this one.
all right, look, I'm gonna do this one time. One time,
Good.
that's it. So if this man has such mental instability that he needs to project upon other people, I just wish he'd get some help. That's it. I just wish he'd get
Same
some
here.
help.
Same here, man.
That man
I mean-
needs to literally hug himself. He needs to hug himself.
I would give him a hug too, but
No, don't. You'll probably get his teeth fucking stenched. Don't do that.
But Daniel, just for you, I gave you a code that's only going to work for 1 second on April Fool's Day. It's called the Kentucky Beardsman Sucks Balls. It's good for 1 second.
You know I'm going to get blamed for all of this, right?
No, I'm going to
get
get blamed. I
You
don't.
can't get blamed for anything if it's all random, anonymous questions, dude. You can't do anything about
Here's the
that.
thing, I don't care. He's going to go off anyway. He's going to wake up in the morning, stub his toe. He's going to blame Dan C. And then he's going to go, I paid someone to do it. Or he's going to go, Ken paid someone to do it. Or Rob Acker paid someone to do it. Just
the only thing that bothers me, dude, is that he had the audacity to say that Dan created my company. Dan formulated my blend. Dan did. I'm like, no, bro. Like, that's my stuff. Like, if I fail with it, if it's bad, that's on me. If the scents are weak, that's on me. I'm accountable. That's my stuff. Now, did I have help? Absolutely. The man right here, and 8-Bit Sean, Nate from Johnny Ray. There's been people in the community that's helped out. I'm not too proud to say I had help, but Dan C, other than saying congratulations, I mean,
I can say for sure that I've had more of a hand in Daniel's company than Dan ever thought of.
Record, you're not.
I've actually been telling him about equipment, suppliers, how to do the math on pouring this stuff, temperatures. I mean, you name it. Cooling methods. I've helped him dial things in for months.
For the record, just to shut it down permanently. You're not paying Dan C, right?
No.
Dan C doesn't own your company, right? You're not the figurehead, right?
No.
Then Drew, fuck off.
I really don't understand that. People who want to hate on this situation, and I was actually going to say this in my review video for Grindstone. People need to realize this is a guy literally who was making video content just like we are right now, and he literally flipped the script, gave all that up, which he could have continued doing and probably been as happy as can be. This man is offering products for the world to use. Like, this is a big, big change and a big step for him to do, because I'm sure he had no idea what he was getting involved in when he started this. I'm sure you don't. You probably, I'm not making fun of you. You probably still don't. You're learning every single day.
Ask him.
That guy all the way over there, he can't read a fucking book, but he can paint a picture like a beast. I mean, oh, Dan, I forgot to tell you. Thank you. It's still sealed. A man of my word. You'll get that Saturday.
Listen,
that's the deal, y'all. I'm getting paid $7,000 for it. Fuck y'all.
Listen, if Daniel's got $7,000 to pay people to review shit, I'll be coming out of retirement real quick. Trust me.
Not paying me. Corey is.
Scott, can you see that number right there? Fuck you. Every time I mention
you
Cremo, I get a
guys,
stack. Fuck you.
You see my mini split right here? I'm gonna have to sell that to pay this guy.
No, I bought my products and the samples for review. I did. I wanted to try this, so I got it.
And I can personally confirm as well that room that Daniel's sitting in was built onto his house. That mini split wasn't free. He probably put I don't know, but I would say he put at least 10 to 15 grand just getting that built onto his house to have a safe, clean environment to make his products. If that's not dedication, I mean, I don't know what is. I wouldn't put up that kind of money right now. 7 years into this to have a different room.
Daniel.
Well, wait. Let's just, since we're on this subject, let's ask one other question that I've always kind of wondered. When the Beard Mana Boys did the same thing down to the letter almost that Daniel's doing, they were met almost unanimously, and rightfully so, by the way. I love those guys. Everybody knows that. With a lot of support and a lot of love. a lot of let's help make them successful. Let's do this. Why nowadays is that the opposite happening so much? Have we really become a place where it's just like fucking as soon as somebody tries to do some shit, let's crap on it like instantly?
Not we, it's one or two people. But Daniel, I do have one last question for you.
Yeah.
Have you sold more than 20 combos? I don't want the number. Have you sold more than 20 with your company?
I'll tell you right now, that brother sold more than 20 combos on day one.
That's all I'm saying, because somebody else who has such hatred for this guy only sold 20 and went out of business, but claims he can make such stupid good product. The industry needs to kiss his ass. So, fired up about this shit. Look at me. I'm defending the Reverend. Mother. Drew, that's another reason I hate you. I should be picking on this guy and his goddamn flat bills.
This
Chris,
guy right here was the very first purchase.
Chris, you're going to get fucking muted with your shit.
Order number one. Order number one.
Scott was order number one.
Yeah.
He told me he was going to be, and he was. He was legit the first one.
I did it for a reason, for the simple fact, well, there's multiple. One, I have not used these products. I made that very clear on camera. The sample is still sealed. The box is still exactly where I left it sit. I did this on purpose because he has a, I don't want to say this rudely. He has a reputation that he's trying to build, and how do I want to word this? He has a reputation he's trying to build, and at the same time, some people's opinions are important. And I know Dan is waiting for my review. That's why I made it clear last week, and I said I will review these. Literally, I'm using these for an entire month. I'm not rushing because I hate people that open up a fucking bottle on camera and then give you a review video the next day. That's the dumbest fucking shit I've seen in the bearding world now.
It was initial impressions. Kiss my ass.
I wasn't talking about you. Yours was at least 5 days. That's fine.
Not with my initial impressions. It was
not all about you, Chris.
Yeah.
Yeah, it is, bitch.
Shut up.
Wise man. You need to find your ponytail. Calm down. Drink a Pepsi. Anyway, I figure a month of using a company's line in general, I think that's pretty sufficient for an honest review, you know. And not only that, I've got 2 soaps, Dan, and 4 scents and an unscented and a butter. Yeah, I got a good bit of stuff to use. So that's
I have received a number of questions throughout the week. I didn't put them up this week, but everybody keeps asking when I'm going to try Daniel's stuff. Daniel can confirm. I did talk to him about it. The purchase is going to get made. Again, I do things when the availability strikes. I'm going to try Daniel's stuff. I just, I'll get there. I'm a little bit slower than the rest because I don't have FOMO. It doesn't exist for me.
He's fucking broke. He's broke.
That's another thing, man.
I'll get there when I can, bitch. That's it.
That's another thing, man. Like, I don't want to do FOMO. Like, my mainline scents are always going to be here unless they change out. I will have seasonals. I have 2 or 1 coming next month. It'll be here until the fragrance blend runs out.
There you go.
It's not going to be a 48-hour thing or a week thing. If somebody buys 50 combos of it in a week, then it'll be gone. But I'm not doing the FOMO thing.
Yeah, you better screenshot that and print it out, hang it on your wall, bro. G's comment.
I can't see comments. I'm on my phone.
Yeah.
You said after Friday night there is no active brand better than Grindstone. Yeah, I said it. Yeah, it hurt. Laughing out loud.
Why did you give him that? See, I would have made him go back and search for that shit. I would have been like, oh man, you're gonna have to see that comment. Go back and find it later on, though. You're no fun.
And see, Gary has been offering me a lot of advice as well. Like, there's people that want to help me not have the same pitfalls that a lot of new business owners, not just beard companies, just business owners in general.
Right.
Corey's been a plethora of knowledge. Sean from 8-Bit, Nate from Johnny Ray, Gary. I mean, Scott. Scott's there if I got a question. OG Rob. I mean, there's a lot of people that they're just trying to help someone else be successful.
Yeah,
because it's not a competition, man. It's not a competition.
That's what I'm all about, man. There's 300 million something people in America or whatever. And I'm like, everybody, every day, somebody's growing a new beard for the first time. Now, hey, I'm going to grow a beard. I've never done that. There you go. There's a new potential customer right there all the time.
Hey, Dan, are you ready to answer the next question?
Sure.
Dan loves this. Dan loves these questions, by the way, and Dan loves answering them for us. Go ahead, Dan. Have fun. The reason Dan loves it, I'll give you a backstory here. Dan loves these because it's the questions that always bring this shit up. Go ahead, Dan.
Okay, so
He's warming up. Oh, God.
for the people that love to come and watch the show, listen to us rant and rave about this shit. If you don't ask the fucking question, we don't bring it up.
That is true. It's true.
Holy fuck.
I can't be the only angry guy on screen every week. Listen, guys, from the day we started the show, I said one thing. I wanted this to be a show for you guys. And that's why we started the question thing, and you can leave your comments and all that. So if you don't want to hear about it, well, then just don't put shit like this in the question section. And it's really that simple.
I mean, do you fucking do it just to get me pissed? Is that why you ask these stupid fucking questions?
I hope
wish
so.
I could take credit for this one just for that. No.
The fucker's still pointed in the wrong direction. God damn it, Chris.
Here, this is how I'm going to point from now on.
All right. I just did something, and I'm going to say it. Dan, check your PayPal. You just got
It just
some money.
came up. It just popped up.
You just got some money sent to you, Joe. You need to get on Grindstone's website. You got $100 to spend. There you go, buddy.
Why are you doing that?
Because
Now
I
you
want
got-
you to review.
Now
it.
we got Angry Joe.
Now
Someone
Joe's
did
gonna
something
get angry.
nice.
Because I
Joe,
want you to
send me a
review it.
message. Send me a message what you want.
I'm not going to get angry because I like Scott too much.
It's just Joe,
But-
just fucking take it. Just
I only
sit
have
and
one
take
thing.
it
I
and smile.
only have one thing to put an asterisk on that. You have to get his pine tar soap and try it because I want you to review it.
I got you. Okay. I like Scott too much to yell at him. So, I know what? I'm blaming your fucking old ass. How's that? Your fucking fault.
That's
my
called
head.
love. That's love in the bearding game. That's what that is.
Yeah.
You got to know Joe. He's going to be up all night now, scratching and taking a shower and going, what the fuck? How do I do this? What the fuck? Where's this? I love you, Scott. I got to do something nice for you now because you just made his night horrible.
I like keeping Joe on his toes.
I'll be right back, guys.
It's not.
Joe,
I'll
just
just
send me a message.
anybody who knows anything, it makes you uncomfortable when people do nice things because the world's always trying to take a shit on you. So you're not really, when somebody does something nice for you, it's always like.
Well, look at it
Where's
this way. I just gave you some poopery. There you go.
Thank you very much, brother. I appreciate it. I really do.
Yeah, man.
Love and fuck you. Hey, Bob Russ. There's a question for you in here, by the way, sir. Oh, he's gone.
When will you all learn that Drew needs the controversy to even be relevant?
Well, everybody knows it. Listen, I've been saying this for a long time now. All you have to do is go watch his page. When the likes and the comments go down, he's going to do something controversial to make everybody come click on his videos. That's what he does.
I would love to have him in the hot seat and literally give
That's
him
what
the time of day. I would.
I would love to see it. I really would.
I'm not saying it to cause any problems because I don't have a problem with anybody. I would love to just dude, what's your problem? Just ask
I
me.
would love to see it because that's the same thing. I would love to hear the honest conversation back and forth happen and to hear his thoughts when somebody actually had a full-on dialogue with him of, well, wait, what about this? And what about that? And why do you, but it'll never happen because he's just blinders, man. Corey, you have a question here, sir.
It puts him in a scenario that he can't control.
Well,
that's true too.
Well, the ball would be. I mean, as much as I would give him the opportunity and the platform to speak his mind, honestly, and because I don't have any ill will towards the dude whatsoever, except for his fucking teeth. But that's another story. Literally, I helped build this. Just saying, I helped build this community. I did.
Yes, he did.
I'm not saying it. I'm just being honest. I'm one of the OGs. What's that song? I started this gangster shit.
Yeah.
This motherfucker. Thanks, I get. Hello, Ice Cube.
That's from the Aftermath
Sleep
album.
well, G. Sleep well.
Ice Cube, Dr. Dre, and MC Ren.
Mm-hmm. Yeah,
I call it
Now,
stroking
stuck in
my
my
eye.
head.
I would love to. I would really love to have him. I wouldn't be ignorant to him by any means. Started all the hate. You damn right I did. You know why? Because Stone Cold said so. That's why. Dude, it's wrestling promos all day. You're not ready. You're not ready. Yesterday, get this.
Yeah, what's up, man?
To prove y'all aren't ready. Yesterday, Lux sent me a text message because we're working on getting my scent release coming soon, and he sends me literally the moonwalk, the Michael Jackson. What are them? The memes or whatever. It wasn't even 5 seconds later. I got the spin-a-rooney going on his phone. He wasn't even ready for it.
This question's for you, Mr. Weatherbeard owner.
Yeah, what's up? If Corey made ball deodorant, can he call it Weatherbeard for your netherbeard? Hey,
idea.
That actually is
hey,
funny.
man, you need contact me. We're always looking for R&D, man.
It's
Help
funny,
me out.
but it would work. It would work.
This might be the $1 billion idea, and you just found it right here on the commission.
The
Boom.
Weatherbeard netherbeard deodorant for men.
Corey, you did lose one of the you lost one of my favorite scents because of this actual topic for the night, didn't you? Smoked cherry wood.
Yeah, smoked cherry got smashed because it had birchwood oud in it pretty prominently, and that one got dropped hard.
I'll tell you something that if you still have any of this, I'll tell you something to mix it with, and you may say it may sound weird, but it's nice. That's smoked cherry wood and Holy Grail. It's really
that really heavy oud in there too.
Yep. I tried it one day, and JC Marr told me, he says, you got to try this. That was money.
Yeah, man. That was actually my hardest scent to let go of when we redid our scents. I knew people were like, oh my God, smoked cherry was like my favorite scent ever from you. And I'm like, I'm sorry.
Smoked cherry wood was amazing. It was amazing, man. It is.
Yeah.
It is. One of those
dude, smoke, cherry tobacco, and maple leaves.
Daniel, what's your number one selling scent right now?
Busted Knuckle.
Busted Knuckle, is it?
Yeah, buddy, that smoky, leathery, like spice there. That's so good. I love that scent. It makes me think of like going out in the woods, like just camping, coming back with that smoky, musky type of smell in your beard and on your coat. Oh, yeah.
Smells like feet. No, I'm kidding.
Smell like feet.
I do like pineapple and feet.
I said it with that accent on purpose. Feet.
Feet.
Yeah, sorry. Can't help it.
Oh my gosh.
You said both of them at the same time. It's just a bit much.
This will be you when you make your purchase. I'm rubbing it in right now.
I do want to ask Daniel one question before we get ready to wrap it up, because it is around that time, and I have a daughter who's not feeling too hot. So, one thing, because we didn't have Daniel for most of the night, unfortunately. Daniel, what was your reaction to seeing the uproar that started when all you literally said was, "My company is fully IFRA compliant"?
God, I'm sorry. Sorry.
Well, from the beginning, I had a conversation with Chris about the video that he put out. That, you know what I mean? I'm not saying Chris started it whatsoever, but I'm saying because what got to me was there was so many people like hitting me up and messaging me like, dude, these scents are awesome. They smell great, you know, rah, 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 rah. And then to go see other videos being put out, and these people were like, oh, it's no good. It doesn't have a scent, and the scent don't come, blah, blah. I mean, just constantly. And I'm just like, I got frustrated. And then, you know, when I said I'm totally IFRA compliant, that's the way it's going to be. Don't get me wrong. I love strong scents. I make strong scents for myself. But for me to, I can't just make products for a small group of people. I have to make products that are going to sell to the masses, because let's face it, I didn't start a business to sell to the same 10 guys you know what I mean?
Thank you.
Yep.
I'm trying to build a brand, and what may not bother one person could bother somebody, even if I am IFRA compliant. It sucks because some of my favorite scents, like Birchwood Oud, you can't use. There's a few cologne scents out there you can't use. All I'm saying basically is if you like the scents, enjoy them. If you don't tell me you do, because that gives me, you know what I mean? That's negative feedback.
Gives you a false narrative.
Yeah, a false narrative. Thank you.
Yep.
Well, I have a question for that. I wanted to ask. I'll ask you and Corey at the same time. Someone, I don't even remember who I was talking to. I really don't. It was somebody that I work. Oh, it was somebody I work with, because he doesn't follow, but he watches my stuff from time to time. And he was asking about the IFRA stuff. Would it be a smart thing to do, or would I honestly kind of kick you in the face if you were to have an IFRA compliant and one not, so to say? Would that kind of kick you in the butt?
For what now?
False. Basically, if you had one that was safe to use and one that was strong or more strong, do you think that would be a good thing to do, or a bad thing as a business in general?
I mean, bad.
Yeah.
If you've got one,
I'm asking you because I was like, I said, it was perfect. Jersey Joe posted about that. I was like, oh, this would be perfect to ask. So that's why I'm asking.
So is he saying that you have one that's IFRA compliant and then one that's not, and they're both in your line, like a strong one for certain people and a weak, like a regular one?
It's like that unwritten rule. Hey, let me message the owner. I know he's got something stronger. You know?
Well,
oh yeah, absolutely not. Absolutely.
If you actually saw a comment that somebody, I think it was Gary who put up the comment earlier, that you can get like surprise inspected by IFRA. They can turn and be like, hey, we're going to check this, we're going to check that. So I think the danger there would be if you literally put on your website like, hey, this is such and such and this is not, you might be inviting issues then at that point, even though you might get some sales from more of the hardcore or like the underground beard world, if you will, which sounds like we're going to be selling fucking beard oils out of the back of a car real soon here or some shit. Listen, I got that un-IFRA
right here. You know,
I got that un-IFRA oud for you. $20. All right. Like,
that's what I was thinking. It would probably wind up being something of that nature, where it's basically you have this hidden line that no one knows about. And I was like, I don't really think that would be a good idea, because you're literally wasting product because you don't know how long you're going to keep it.
Here's the thing, like, why not just sell something that's safe for everyone instead of catering like one little group of guys that want it to be stronger or
Corey,
out of limits?
Corey, cocaine's a hell of a drug, man. I'm just saying.
Wow.
Sorry, I had to. That was too good.
Yeah.
I can just hear Joe on that note.
but one thing.
Don't worry.
For somebody to there was a comment made that I'm buying like cheap fragrances, and that's why they don't have like projection or whatnot. Like it's not super strong. That's not true. Like I get my fragrance oils from the same place that most people consider top companies get it from. The only difference is the amount that I use. That's it. That's the only difference. And I'm willing to throw receipts from fragrance companies with any owner. Like,
let's be honest,
you know what I mean?
The only reason they say that is because it's an easy way to discredit you. Mm-hmm. But they can't prove that shit, because if they could, they'd be pushing harder. They know you can actually prove, hey, listen, I buy my shit from top companies. You don't believe me? Look, here's my purchases for the month. Here's what I did, what I didn't do. It's the easiest way they can to talk shit. And
it's just a difference in percentages. That's all it is.
And Daniel, I'll tell you the same thing my mom tells me all the time. If people aren't talking shit about you, they're not doing something right. And I'm going to believe her because she's my mom. So that's that.
Yeah. As a beer product reviewer, in all honesty, I haven't dealt with this whole concept yet of seeing companies die their sense down. Now, I will say this, though, because I'm going to say it because I've only used one company for the last, 8 months or so. I will say this. I have noticed that with Dave, his scents have gotten weaker because I pretty much have all of them. And because my favorite's 1912. It's ridiculously very strong.
Oh, God. Love 1912.
The first thing I open it up, and I'm literally, I have I'm like, what the fuck? I forgot about this. And I'm like, he made this all wrong. And I was like, fucking Ifra. Like, it really got right there. It did. It really did. I said,
Steven,
I'm wondering if it's going to push people away from buying products, but it should not. I really hope not, because you got to do what you have to do to keep your business going. I understand. I get it. It's just
listen. I could definitely see that though with the 1912, the difference there, because you're right. The original was a masterpiece, but it was a very strong scent profile. And if you were into that kind of stuff, which I was personally, it was a favorite very quickly, especially if you like the smoky and dark stuff. Oh God, 1912 was so good.
Also, Dan, Daniel's a new company owner, and I'm pretty sure that he made these scents not literally for other people. He had to like them himself, and the strength and all that stuff. If people don't like it, they don't have to buy.
Oh my God. Isn't that a crazy concept? Like, if you don't like it, then just, go shut the fuck up about it and don't buy it. It's amazing, really. And if you do like it, by all means, support them and go spend your money with them. Like,
I'm looking forward. I'm looking forward to coming back to the bearding reviewing game as a whole. I'm very excited to review Daniel's products because.
Well, now I have to review Daniel's products too.
Well, it's a new company. This is kind of it is a big deal. I will say it is a big deal because this is where we don't really see a lot of companies launch
anymore.
We really don't, and I support them already. And I want to see what this dude has to bring to the table. Because literally coming from this side of the table to that one, that's a fucking balls move. I keep saying it. That's a balls move.
It is. No, it is.
Let's be real. On that one that we know of is still in business to this day. That was a reviewer, Colin from Fable. He's the only one. Kudos.
Yeah, the Mana Boys are gone. God love them, but they had to stop.
Yeah, I can't count them because they're not official.
I love those boys, and their products were amazing. I damn near cried when they told me they were closing the door. Like, I damn near cried. I love those guys.
I thought they did really good.
Hey, official Ken, shh. We don't have to pay him as much. Shut up.
Dan is on a 30-second loop.
Yeah, he moves every 30 seconds.
Yeah, he's got a fucking knife, y'all. What did he say on my channel? He would take a knife with him to a fucking island. First thing he said, a knife. Y'all ain't ready.
And I've got like 40 of them right around me right now, right by my bed. What's your point?
I still got money on Dan. Sorry, Chris.
You killed people for a living for a while. We know.
I still got money on Dan. I'm sorry.
Over here.
Listen, when I first met Johnny Grooms, I told you all he was a fucking serial killer, and I haven't been wrong. I'm telling you that Dan knows how to dispose of bodies. He knows the weak spots on most human beings, And he is not afraid to walk around with a giant sword.
Dan, did we not talk about this on the hot seat? 2 words, Jersey Joe. Pig farm. That's all you need to know, man.
Yeah, he's got pigs.
They hide all the evidence except the teeth.
The only thing I will say is the next time Dan makes a video of himself with a sword, I'd appreciate it if you got out the fucking pants. That's all.
Yeah, the boxers were a little creepy. Boxers
you fucking liked it. I watched on loop for like 10 minutes.
I have an interview.
Thank you very much.
I have an interview tomorrow night with Dan. I do.
Oh, that's right. You do. That leads us perfectly into the outro here as we get ready to go around the room. That'll give Dan a chance to talk about tomorrow and Scott. So,
I ain't gonna be there. Oh, I'm sorry.
Let's get.
He wasn't ready. He was not ready. He wasn't ready.
Organized fashion, Corey. Thank you for joining us and being a part of our insanity for the evening. Anything you want to say about IFRA or haters or your ball deodorant? Any of these things coming out soon?
As far as IFRA, if you know better, then do what's right. That's pretty simple from my point of view. That's how I think about it. And for customers, I think you should just want companies to do the right thing. And especially when you discourage it and then companies take it upon themselves to say proudly that they're not going to follow it. That's like, I don't know. I don't know what benefit that has in it at all, but good luck to them.
It makes them look like tough guys. That's all. That's what it is. It makes them look like wannabe tough guys. Thank you, Corey, for joining us. And by the way, if you ever do make Weatherbeard for your Netherbeard, I'm in. I gotta say, just the tagline alone, I'm in. Okay.
I'll put you on my testers list.
No, I'm not testing it. Nope. You let me know when the finished product is done, then I'll put it down there. Until then, I'm not doing shit. Nope. Sorry, pineapple. Learned my lesson enough times in life. Daniel, sir, thank you for joining us when you could. I know the internet wasn't perfect for you. Anything you want to say before we get ready to wrap things up?
Yeah, I'd like to kind of piggyback on Corey. If they're going to cut corners one way, what other ways are they going to cut corners? So buy from reputable companies. Support the companies that you want to support. Don't support the ones you don't want to. Carrie, blueberry muffins. I got the first seasonal coming out next month, pipe layer. I got a new product coming. It's an old product, but it's a new product. And these hats will be available next week, hopefully, along with shirts. So, Grindstone Grooming, baby. Get you some.
No, I told him if pipe layer doesn't help me lay pipe, I'm suing his ass. False advertisement.
Yeah.
That's fine.
I had to let him know I don't think there's really a legal thing that he could pursue there. Just to keep. Daniel, you're safe, brother. It's okay. It's okay. Don't let him threaten you like that.
Scott, anything you want to add to the insanity, sir?
Got my LLC.
I'm just here for decoration, y'all. Like, in all honesty, you all have. I've been watching you guys because I've been having some anxiety issues all day. I'm sure you all know why if you know what's going on, but I'm looking forward to doing this interview thing with the evil demon up there tomorrow. It's going to be good. 10 o'clock. Yeah.
Right. 10 o'clock, Dan? That right? You're going to be there at 10 o'clock, Dan?
9 o'clock my time, 10 o'clock his. Yeah. I will fucking be there.
I already talked today. I do have to take my little girl home tomorrow evening, and I may be late. If we're late, I will be here. It depends on traffic. But don't anybody, I'm looking right into the camera. Don't any motherfucker call me for the next 4 days because I'm being in front of my fucking TV for WrestleMania, and I will spam the shit out of your fucking messages immediately. It's WrestleMania. Like, I will fucking chop somebody. I will. Just telling you. Cody Rhodes. All
right, Dan. Your turn, sir.
Oh, appreciate you guys joining us tonight and giving your insights on the company's side of the IFRA thing, even though fucking children don't seem to understand shit. Yeah, tomorrow, Longhouse, I will be awake. Do not fucking call the cops on me again. If I don't show up, I'm sleeping. Okay?
We'll try to remember that, man. It just goes to show you got a lot of people that care, bro. We were like freaking detectives in that place. Like, have you called them? Have you contacted them here? Was there not a response? You should think about this. Call
Imagine my sleepy ass in my boxers. Waking up to fucking pounding on my door in a sleepy stupor. Going to my door, and it's a female cop. And she's like, "Are you Dan Nave?" Yeah. We had a call for like a wellness check. Is your wife's name Becky? Yeah. She's sleeping on the couch. Well, do you know a Melissa McCarty? Yeah. And then another cop walks up. And then another cop walks up. And they tell me, well, there's some concern because you normally do like a live stream of some sort on Friday nights. Yeah. Okay, well, everything's all right? Yeah.
I just told Dan, hopefully you learned your lesson. If you miss your stream, we're calling the cops on you, bro.
Dan literally texted me later on that night, and he was like, "What the fuck?" Like, told him you were sleeping. Like, I tried telling them, nobody wanted to listen to me. But they were like detectives in that chat, Dan, and they were like, "Hey, I talked to him here. Did anybody talk to him there?" I'm like, "Guys, I spoke to him a little while ago, but I haven't talked to him since." And they just call this one and just talk to that one. Somebody try his sister. What about his brother? Anybody try this one? Like, guys,
yeah.
He's only been missing for 2 hours according to the timeline here, right? But things went way left in a hurry. So I would agree with Corey on this one, Dan. Just take it as there's a lot of people that care about you, and also it lets you know that if you miss your show, they're calling the cops. So I wouldn't be late. I wouldn't be late. And now, and the opposite to this is, Chris, if you miss your show, nobody even notices. So what do you got coming on?
Pretty much.
Jeez, damn.
He ain't lying.
They'll be like, 911, what's your emergency? We'll be like, Dan is not on his stream again, guys. I'm going to miss my show. This is an emergency.
Somebody go wake up Dan.
Go get him up.
Somebody get him up. I ain't got nothing to do tonight, goddammit. All right, old man. Congratulations on living another full friggin' week of life. Well done. Well done. What else you got going on?
I'll be on my gaming channel this week for that live stream. So not sure what I'm going to talk about over there, but I do want to say it was great sharing the screen tonight with a really, really successful company owner and Bob Ross. It's good that you're here.
Thanks, man. Glad I could be here for you.
Well played. Well played.
Scott, I see that shirt. Let me in. Dan, go fuck yourself, you bitch.
You're welcome.
All the love in this room is really touching at times. Really, guys. It is. I mean,
It touches you. That's funny.
And I do want to say, Daniel, publicly, I did not intend for that firestorm to start. I really
Yes, he did. Yes, he did. Yes,
It happens, man.
Don't
I
listen to
still
him.
love you.
All right. Closing thoughts. Number one, if you want to use IFRA, it's a guideline to keep people safe. If you don't, eventually you're not going to have a fucking choice. I promise you that. Eventually the government will step in and you're going to have to do things to be compliant. If you want to be hard-headed until then, have fun. But coming from the end of somebody who actually got burned by a product, It's not a fun place to be. So I prefer the people who actually take their customer safety and take it seriously and do something about it. So therefore, I thank companies who are compliant and are doing the right thing. Number 2, I can't believe you guys called the cops on Dan last week.
I didn't call the cops. I tried to get a hold of his sister and his brother. Little different.
I got woken up to Chris calling me. I did.
There's no way that cannot be funny, Dan. I'm sorry. Like, there's just no way it's not funny. And your reaction to it was even Dan messaging me going, "What the fuck?"
I just want to see the body cam footage. That's all I want to see. It's out there somewhere.
Yeah.
Dude, you should have answered the door with your sword in your hand.
Oh, that would have went well. Yeah.
Daniel, Corey, both of you, thank you for coming on tonight as the company owner perspective and the whole thing. Daniel, obviously, I'll be messaging you shortly because we're going to have to work out my order here. Scott, normally this is the part where I would tell somebody who did something nice for me to go fuck themselves and then say thank you. But I'm just going to say thank you to you, sir, because I like you. So I'm just going to say thank you.
You deserve it, man. You put a lot of hard work into the bearding community. You're still continuing to do it. And I'm trying to get you back into the bearding review game just as much as I am. And that was not a scheme between Dan and I. That just happened live on camera. And I was like, you know what? I heard you say it's going to be worked out. Yeah, it just was. You're welcome.
Thank you, sir. And listen, you're not the only one. I get a lot of these. You got to get back into the reviewing thing. Where the fuck were all you when I was making the videos? If you'd have watched them then, we wouldn't have gotten it.
What I want to know is what happened to the cameras up here pointing down and your finger points down to the snapper head, you know, and where'd those videos go? Like
I know. I got to get back to all of it. I know. All right. I know. I suck lately. I'm getting better.
Lately?
Dan, just so you know, sir, before I move on to the old man, just so you know, Dan, I won't call the cops on you this week. I promise. Okay. All right. Old
You're
man.
the only one that I know that won't.
Old man, you might have company on your gaming channel this week. Maybe me, maybe my buddy will be there too. I'm working it out for you, though.
You always got an invite.
I'm working it out for you. And to everybody in the chat who sat through tonight and continues to come back for this insanity we call a show, we thank you all deeply. We love the fact that you guys enjoy the show as much as we enjoy doing it. So we'll be back next week. Stay safe. And, see you later.